I'll tell you one thing, this show has made me no longer trust my ties. This is American Horror News, and welcome to American Horror Review, where today we'll be talking about Thank You for Your Service. So the plot is basically this. We pick off where we left off, where Gino Borelli gets abducted by a man named Mr. Whiteley, who is probably one of the people that is targeting the gays, but he himself is gay himself, and my guess is he's probably ex-military. He apparently is killing gays, not out of homophobic malice, but to send a message to police and, of course, the public. But when he found out that Gino once served in the military, he released him back in the wild, albeit with some minor hand injury, i.e. burning hot needles under the fingernails. Gino hires Fran and her lesbian gang as not only security, but as journalists just to get them off his back. And I did some research on the New York Native. This was a real newspaper that was very exclusive of lesbians. They only did stuff on gay men, and I think that's one of the reasons it fell apart back in 1997. Anyways, Adam also is hired by Gino and was falsely detained by police and roughed up in that one weird, infamous jockstrap cowboy hat scene with the man. And I actually saw a poster behind the cowboy man that said Briarcliff, meaning that there is a good possibility that there is a film. There is probably a film based on Lana Winter's Maniac, a one-woman story of survival from Asylum, which honestly, if they actually made an in-universe film about the Asylum's events, I would absolutely adore that. It's the greatest part of world building. But anyways, basically, Adam gets released by his friend Morris, and they basically visit this weird warehouse party that is like costumes and this old like 17th century getup, like shit you would see Philippe Mott wear. And there's these weird artists, and all this time, like the freaking train lady, Adam has been seeing this person, these bad omens, like something's coming for you, and it's like, oh my god, what is happening? But episode 2 is definitely more superior than episode 1. It's like we're being served a good dinner, but keep in mind, Red Tide was good for the first 5 episodes and then went to shit. But I'm going to remain an optimist on this one. Also, Fran basically called Hannah Wells to inform her that this new disease that's spreading is created by the U.S. government, which is something the Native also promoted. They claimed that AIDS was created by the U.S. government to target gay people. And also, apparently, Sam has been diagnosed with cryptosporidium, and Whitley, or Whiteley, whatever, how you even pronounce his name, he's been diagnosed with something similar. My guess was that's not really cryptosporidium, but actually AIDS, because keep in mind, AIDS wasn't medically discovered yet. I mean, it's been around since 1915, but it wasn't fully medically discovered until 1981, which is the year and month that AIDS was discovered. So yeah, Dr. Hannah Wells is accidentally misdiagnosing both Sam and Mr. Whiteley. For all we know, many of the main characters probably got AIDS, and there's even a theory that I made that Big Daddy is related to it, but I will get onto that topic at a later date. Sam is begun a campaign of abducting gay men and basically sexually abusing them on camera to sell to the highest bidder or for his own deviated sexual pleasure. Gino and Patrick basically do an investigation of their own, and basically it did not end well at this place called The Ditch, ran by Gino's friend Elena, played by Rebecca Diane, where a man gets murdered by Whiteley. Basically, Whiteley's doing this to basically send a message to the public about how gays are fragile and getting harmed and are most targeted, stuff like that. And it's like there's so much going on. This multifaceted story. It's like a beautifully woven tapestry of bizarre. And I saw a comment on my post about the review for the last episode where they basically complained that the show was woke and it's pandering. And I'm gonna say this: this is the LGBT. Ryan Murphy experienced this when he was younger. This is our horror story. The horror story of the LGBT had to face back in the day. Not only were we had to worry about gay bashings and corrupt police, but we also had to worry about politicians like fucking Reagan weaponizing, well, not actually weaponizing. Basically, they used AIDS as an excuse to hate on the gay community, like saying, oh, it's a gay-only virus, and stuff like that. And this season's touching on that sort of societal horror. It was a very scary time to be a gay man back in the 1980s. It was like anything that was pre-2010, it was horrifying. But I honestly love the story that's being written here. It's so bizarre, yet a beautiful piece of art that tells the story of being gay in the 1980s. And I honestly cannot wait to see it, the next episode, which is Smoke Signals. I will see you all then. This has been American Horror News. Stay tuned and have a good day.